RIP Minnesota Fighting Vikings 2019 season. It hurts. It hurts so much. Maybe not so much that the Niners completely dominated the Vikings on offense, on defense, on whatever, as the Vikings fall in Santa Clara, which is basically San Jose 27-10. And it's not great, but it is standard Minnesota Fighting Vikings, isn't it? Where regular season, backdoor into the playoffs, not feeling great, got your ass handed to you week 16 to the Packers, lost week 17 at home in a meaningless game, all that other stuff, and blah, blah, blah. Then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, whoosh, beating the Saints at the gun, and then you're like, oh, here we go. This is the year. Minnesota Fighting Vikings, Road Warriors, woo! And then just complete turd nugget right in the bowl. Not even in the bowl, in the upper deck. Yeah, just keep flushing. That thing ain't going away. Just great. But we got some winners, we got some losers, and we'll go over them today. Also, as we're wont to do, after the Vikings lose, we do losers first, so let's get into that. Losers. Losers. There's a lot of them. I mean, Xavier Rhodes, again, just capping off a really disappointing season. $13 million liability out there. Cornerback cooked by Kendrick Bourne multiple occasions, including a touchdown. I mean, not great. Marcus Sherrills, fortunately, he muffed 2 punts. He recovered 1. But then he muffed the second one when the Vikings are down 14. They just got a 3 and out. Maybe get a little bit of mojo going, and that just killed it. I mean, that was the end of the game. That's finito. The Niners got 3 out of that, so it's whatever. Also, losers. Kirk Cousins threw an interception right at Richard Sherman, which not ideal. Also later in the game, was really pressing on 3rd and 4. Could have crawled for a first down, but decided to force it to Rudy. Not so much. I mean, before garbage time, he had 100 yards passing, which is not great. Fully understand that the Niners playing well. And yes, Cousins did have that 41-yard touchdown to Diggs to really get the Vikings offense going. But that's really about it. Also part and parcel of that, Kevin Stefanski's a big loser here, where just a bland, boring, ineffective game plan. You got to think, is his mind on this game, or is his mind thinking about how the Browns interview went? I mean, we've been here before, right? You look at the way that Patty Shermer called the NFC title game when he had the Giants job in his back pocket. Not great either. The Vikings had 4 first downs before garbage time. Just absolutely atrocious and embarrassing. It's rough. And then also, you got the Vikings run defense where the Niners were able to impose their will over and over again. The Niners ended up with 186 yards on the ground. And it was just a spot where Jimmy Garoppolo was able to only throw 19 times because he could run so well. And the running game was keeping the Vikings on the field. They're imposing their will. They're getting punched in the face. They were getting first downs, and that was it. I mean, it was rough. I mean, Tevin Coleman and Mostert averaged 4.8 yards a carry, and that was it. That really was it. Also, losers. So Riley Reef, Pat Elflein. Pat Elflein needs to go. I'm sure that the Vikings will keep him around as camp competition, but if his name's starter with 0 competition yet again next year, I'm going to have a bone or 2 to pick. Yeah. As well as, so Riley Reef, just getting his ass absolutely handed. Like Riley Reef, you are one of the highest paid left tackles in the league. You are. You are a veteran. You've been there, done that. And Nick Bosa, all 100 and whatever % of just meathead jabroniness of him, absolutely ate you for lunch. He just completely destroyed Pat Elflein. Riley Reef, sorry. It was just bad. It was just bad all the way around. Also, Nick Bosa with that dirty-ass cheap shot on Brian O'Neill. It's like, hey, I'm going to knock out the Vikings' best offensive lineman. Here we go. Should have been ejected for that. He's going to get a heavy fine, but that does nothing for us now. Anthony DeBar, I'll toss him in the loser category as well. A, he got lit up by Jimmy Garoppolo. B, I mean, yes, the whole coverage thing against Emmanuel Sanders early on, but also he was getting a washout against a run, and just not a great game by Double Nichols. Also, this is random too. So the TV timeout. So Jimmy Garoppolo got rolled up in the first quarter, I believe, by Stephen Weatherly, and the Niners took a timeout just to give Jimmy a bit of a breather, see what happens. And then magically, there was a 7-minute TV timeout from the stop of the action to when it restarted. So just magically, when the Niners needed a little break, just that magic huge TV timeout came in. Just, okay. You're just great timing there. All right, so winners. We got a couple winners as well. A couple of guys who did not quit despite a lot of the team quitting. You know who you were. So winner number one, Eric Kendricks. Defensive Player of the Year. He is a first-team All-Pro. Not a Pro Bowler for some reason, but he was the truth out there. Broke up 2 passes, had the interception, keep the Vikings in the game in the second quarter, as well as piled in 8 tackles. He was not quitting out there, and big respect to 54. Winner number 2, Danielle Hunter. Got a sack, played well against the run, ended up with 5 tackles. Just another guy out there who was not stealing a paycheck. Winner number 3, Stephon Diggs, he's a diva, but he's our diva. He's my diva. 2 catches, 57 yards, and a touchdown. Probably should have caught that last one on 4th and 1, that moonshot. Pretty low percentage throw, but Diggs had both hands on it. Probably should have held on to that, but it is what it is. Winner number 4, Dustin Skullquit. So it's a bad game when your punter is one of the winners, but had a 48.3 net average on his 6 punts. Also had a long 61 boomer. I hope that he's back next year. Certainly earned it. Winner number 5, Stephen Weatherly. Had the sack as well as had a really nice special teams tackle. TBD if he's going to be back next year. He's certainly deserving of a starter level paycheck, and whether it's here, whether it's not, I don't really know. Honorable mention winners, Amir Abdullah was doing really well in the return game. Adam Thielen out there put up 5 catches, 50 yards on 7 targets, even on that bad ankle and that bad hamstring. So respect there. And yeah, that's really about it. Just another frustrating way for another quasi-promising season to end, but we'll be here. And hey, don't worry, Jerome's will be. The off-season is just as intriguing to me as the regular NFL season. And we'll be here, talk about the future of players, talking about the future of coaches, talk about free agency and the draft, and then mini camp, and then training camp, and all of a sudden it's 2020. So here we go. I'm Barbara Walters. It's 2020. Yeah. All right, so your thoughts, who are your winners and losers from the game? Let us know in the comment section below. Also, subscribe for daily Vikings takes. You want to support the work, below some the Venmo, as well as become a monthly Jerome. Hit that join button down below, and also give us a follow on social media as well. But until next time, Skol, production value.